The Barefoot Lawyer Reports is proud to announce the publication of a research paper from the Center for Human Rights. It addresses the establishment of illegal policing and surveillance stations by the Chinese Communist Party in America and other countries. To read this research paper, go to catholic.edu/chr and go to our Research and Analyses page. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Barefoot Lawyer Reports. My name is Will Deathridge, the producer, and joining me as always is Chen Guangcheng.
Hello my friend, I'm glad to see you here again.
Yeah, and before we get into today's news story, we'd like to wish all of our listeners a very happy Independence Day, especially those listeners in the United States. It's such a blessing to live in a country where we have the rule of law, democracy, and liberty, right, Guangcheng?
Yes. Yeah. In the US, of course, we have the universal values. Yeah, the democracy, freedom, and the rule of law, constitution. But, of course, it is important to protect our freedom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, we've seen what Communist China has done, and the Communist Party has no universal values and has no freedom or liberty or democracy, right, Guangcheng?
Yeah, so the Communist Party very worried that China will have the universal values like freedom, like the rule of law, like that. More and more Chinese people understand that democratic system, the rule of law, constitution is very important.
Yeah, well, we have to help them fight for their freedom and we have to cherish ours and protect ours, right, Guangcheng?
Yes. So we should protect freedom. Here we should protest for the whole world. Yeah.
Well, speaking of which, I mean, one of the biggest ways that the Communist Party exercises its dominance over others is through the oppression of human rights activists, right, Guangcheng?
Yes.
And today we'll talk about one case in particular. We've talked about him in the past, and that is Guo Feixiong. Guangcheng, before we talk about what's happening with him, could you remind us a little bit about him?
Guo Feixiong is an activist. He is very famous, and we stood up to protect our rights 2005. And, his wife was very sick in the US, but the Communist Party prevented him to come here to take care of her. And the CCP kidnapped him from the airport. Yeah, after 40 days, his wife Zhang Qing died in the US. This year, on May 1st, Guangdong province, the local middle court sentenced him 8 years in prison.
Wow.
Yeah, and then he appealed. Yesterday, the Guangdong province, the high court said the CCP will send him to prison for 8 years. So, yeah, of course, in Chinese law, even in the constitution, the CCP's constitution, they said Chinese people have the rights for freedom of speech.
Well, it sounds like the Communist Party's breaking its own rules then, right?
Yes, the Communist Party has broken the law, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it's important to have a free democracy and have things like a constitution that the government obey, which is, something very special to the United States that we celebrate on Independence Day for sure.
The government, any party, they should obey the law, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but in mainland China, the CCP is above the law.
Well, Guangcheng, he has kids in the United States too, right?
Yes, he have 2 kids, and May 17 or 18, his son went to Geneva to give a speech to support his father.
Yeah, well, it's just terrible that His wife was sick and dying. They wouldn't let him visit her in the United States. Not only that, but then they kidnapped him at the airport, as he said, and let his wife die. And now the kids in America don't have either of their parents with them. And do you know where they're going to send him, Guangcheng?
They will send Guo Feixiong in Guangdong. I don't know which prison. When I was in prison, a lot of Western people wrote a card to prison that is very helpful. Let all people know this case is very important. Should be careful to use the torture.
So you're saying that when journalists and concerned people would send cards and send letters to the prisons, that made them less likely to be so harsh with torture, right?
Yes, yeah, that will be very useful. Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be important for us to all share his story and share the current events surrounding Guo Feixiong's sentence and imprisonment, right?
Yes, yes. Later, we will give our listener the prison address. I hope our listener can take some time to write a letter or the card and send it to Guangdong province. Use that way to help him.
And we'll be sure to update information on where you can send letters, but also other ways that you can help support Guo Feixiong. And no, it's just another reminder of the brutality of the Communist Party. It's a sobering reminder of the horrors of totalitarianism and a reminder of the blessings of liberty that as Americans we not only must cherish but strive to share with people in other countries, right, Guangcheng?
Yes, yes. I hope our listener can help us.
Yeah, no, especially this Independence Day. Let's not just remember to celebrate our own freedoms, but strive to protect them and protect others. We encourage you all to keep checking out our website, catholic.edu/chr. We'll be posting more updates about Guo Feixiong and other human rights stories. We actually have a whole playlist you can find in the description of stories about human rights activists. And on the website, catholic.edu/chr, we actually have some pictures of a trip that Guangcheng recently took to California. There's this park that is filled with statues that represent China's struggle for democracy and freedom in the face of tyranny from the Communist Party. Share our podcast on social media, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, and our other platforms. Guangcheng, thank you so much for sharing this news with us.
Thank you, Will.
The Center for Human Rights would like to wish you all a happy and blessed Independence Day.
Hello, everyone. I'm fortunate to live in a free country in the U.S. I hope all you will have a good Independence Day.